Good morning. I'm happy to be here at the end of the semester and to share just a few things that I feel I've really learned from this class and why it has been worth my time and my effort, my money, and I hope that you have had a similar experience as I have had. The most important thing that I have learned in this class is a greater understanding of what writing is out there and what writing can be. I've had a really narrow definition, not just of an essay, but also of what writing gets published. And I have wanted to write more than I have, but I didn't realize that there were so many different ways that I could write. I'm not a fiction writer. I don't have a lot of stories running in my head. I'm not poetic, but I don't have to be. There are so many wonderful opportunities to share the things that are running around in my head, the ideas, the insights, my observations about the world. There are places to share that. There are ways that I can write that can be validated and shared. And I was excited to learn that both through the Best American Essays, primarily through the Best American Essays, as well as Trimble. And Trimble would be my second big takeaway. And I appreciated what he taught us, what we learned through him, that the structure and the rules and the things that we learned in our formative schooling, high school, early undergraduate, that structure was really important. We needed that scaffolding to figure out how to write, to figure out how to share our ideas in an organized and clear way. But once we understand those principles, we can move beyond that, and we should actually move beyond this really prescriptive, structured framework. And I was excited to play around with that. I was excited to see how breaking the rules is actually a statement that you can make. I also was interested in that video that Dr. Steinman shared about broadening our acceptance of English standards, that they need to include more of English speaking culture than just what has been included. I need more information and I want to see what it looks like, but I can appreciate the principle, and I feel like the principles in Trimble actually reinforce that there isn't just a single way to do things, and there still needs to be a standard. There still should be a standard or multiple standards, but I'm really interested to explore that further. But especially with Trimble, having him make suggestions that stretched me in my writing, gave me some guidelines, some direction, but also when he's liberated me from some of the rules that have tied my hands, or these things that teachers required in order to teach us how to do some really important things. And I am grateful for those rules because they helped me learn so much. But I'm also grateful to have a little wiggle room now with those rules. So my next takeaway was I appreciated the opportunity to be vulnerable. Sharing an essay that is personal as my faith and my family was really scary. And to put this out there for you to read and for you to share was a risk. And I really appreciated that process. I appreciated writing or attempting to write in a way that you could understand my experience. And also, it was very validating to get your feedback, to recognize that the story that I was telling was interesting, was relevant, even to someone not in my circle, not experiencing the same thing. And I appreciated that opportunity to learn, and I really appreciated your feedback on my personal essay. I also really felt like a big takeaway from this class was an expanded worldview, really, and understanding that good writing does that for us. Reading the Best American Essays and listening to your reviews of the Best American Essays really helped me see situations that I would never be able to experience. They're just not available to me in my life, and they don't have to be. It can be available to me through this quality writing. And I felt that I had similar experience as I read your essays, that learning about your experience, hearing your perspective on things that I never would have understood were challenging or that maybe I didn't understand to the depth, because again, not my reality, but so enlightening to see the world from your shoes for just a minute. And I appreciated the opportunity to share ideas and to give feedback to one another as we all tried to get better. Also, I had a takeaway from reading McNamara. Now, I would never, ever, ever choose to read a book about a serial rapist and murderer. It wouldn't happen. I'm not picking that up from the library, not my genre. But reading it for an assignment gave me the opportunity to see that McNamara is an amazing writer. She wrote an intriguing, captivating story that was more than just the facts of this really, really upsetting case that spanned so many years. And so what that did for me is that realized that maybe I need to open up my reading circle just a little. Now, I'm not sure that I'm really ready to pick up a lot of true crime, but that maybe I need to try out a few more genres. I have been a little bit of a modern fiction snob. Some of the things that get published I don't understand, but then they're bestsellers, and so I can't decide which is worse, that they're published or that they're bestsellers. And so I can be justified in some of that snobbery because I've read some of that, but I need to open myself to other genres. I need to read more of what's out there, and I'm so excited to get the best American essays, to get the best American short story books, to subscribe to a literary journal, or to explore writing in places that I haven't previously looked for it, and to realize that what a benefit that will be. While I wish that there were scenes from McNamara that would not ever be in my head, I also have descriptions that she gave of her family, or working together with people that I'm really grateful for, that I really like. So that was a takeaway, both in reading and learning from her, and also trying to open my narrow perspective on things just a little bit. And so I do feel like this has been a great class. I've loved getting to know you. I've especially loved seeing your videos. I wish everyone had done a video. I wish that was an assignment for everyone. Just helping us feel connected in an online class. I wish you all the best. I hope to see you in future classes as we go forward on this journey. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday, and Merry Christmas, and God bless you in all of your efforts.